Wow, it is very hard not to be nervous right now. The pressure is real. I think we have to be a little bit... a calculated risk, call it, right? We have to be a little bit ambitious, a little bit risky here, in order to survive what's to come. I know I found something. Alright, so I'm hopefully seeing a pathing, a flexible pathing in my Act 1, which will allow me to take a boss relic from Niao. That's the hope here. We've got Hexaghost at the end of the act, which I'm generally happy to see. Hexaghost is a bit of a toughie, but doesn't require a lot of health, so you can take a fairly ambitious back half of the act, and I really like this 2 elites, 2 fires after the mid-act chest kind of situation we've got going on here. Wow, it is very hard not to be nervous right now. The pressure is real. I think a rare colorless card could be potentially interesting. Do we have any snipes with the Lament? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it now. There's no possible Lament snipe. And if I want to go through the fire, I'm going to pass... go to this fire, I'm going to pass through the shop. Oh yeah, there is one potential snipe. That's a pretty unlikely. 10%, 20%, 30% for an encounter means it's... what are the odds of an actual successful snipe here? That would be 0.9 times 0.8 times 0.7. Which is pretty much 50-50. So there's a 50% chance this turns into a free elite, and a 50% chance it turns into a sad time. Which I don't want to have. So I think that's just even more incentive to lose the starting relic, get a random boss relic. We get an inserter start. I've had a few of these lately, and I am not afraid of that. Although it does definitely take me away from an early elite combat. This is a long-term scaling relic. And so it's not great at the start of a run, necessarily. But it is very good once you have some orb generation, and if we can get any focus, it'll be pretty good. I like the inserter quite a bit. I do think it's a scary start, though. It's not the Pyramid or Pandora's Box that I was hoping for. And it is going to make us want to avoid elites in Act 2. I've learned that lesson a couple of times. Of the last 50 Ascension 20 runs, a couple of our Defect losses have been inserter runs that died to elites in Act 2. So I'm going to be extra mindful as we progress through the run of that. And I think I'm going to go combat, event, combat going into the shop here, and we'll see how we feel. The goal is currently to avoid elites until this one. I'm really not looking to get into a Gremlin Knob kind of situation right now. But I am going to get into a bad situation against the cultist right away. Oof, I think that we're just going to have to straight out not defend because of how bad that turn 1 was. Yeah, we're going to go zap, strike, strike on this turn. I cannot block the 5 damage without making this fight very risky for me. Ooh, did we fail to get there again? Jeez. So, dual cast Strike Strike deals 28 damage. This enemy has 35 health. Dang. $16 health. And we still don't kill. Take one more on the way out. Hey, that was not ideal. But that's why we're avoiding elites in the early game. Sort of run on Saturday night, lost on the second floor boss due to not having enough offense. It's pretty easy to have happen to you, losing that starting lightning orb. Let's see, go for the Ice Stack Rebound. I'm pretty cool with a rebound. It's solid immediate damage, and lets us put a card back on top of the deck. We could also take this Go for the Eyes quite reasonably. It's a zero-cost attack. Applies a little bit of weaken, but I think this rebound is the way to go. It'll let us rebound better cards, and improves the immediate front load quite a bit. We're going to go into a shop, so I'll take the money trade, although we are losing an awful lot of health here. The good news is, again, that we don't have to fight an elite for a little while yet. But this is a bit of a yikes to start. Oh, worm, please! We're bound to defend here. Since we're guaranteed to be attacked next turn. Okay, 2 more. Let's see, Rebound Strike is 12, 21, 24. Opponent has 21 health. Just buy a waffle. Yeah, I would buy a waffle for sure. I'm totally okay with a Cold Snap here. It's an attack that channels a Frost Orb, and channeling orbs is definitely something we want to do with the inserter. Channeling Frost Orbs in particular is something we want to do with the inserter. So we'll take a Cold Snap quite happily. Give me orbs, please. Thanks. And to the shop with 200 gold. Okay. So, no waffle here, but I do see an early Membo card that we can afford, and that's very exciting. I have to say, Akabeko also pretty intriguing, for 8 additional damage from our first attack, since the inserter puts us into a position of being vulnerable against early encounters. I think an Akabeko could be nice. What I don't like here is this darkness. Because we're generating extra orb slots in combat, it's very difficult to actually evoke that orb. Yeah, I don't hate Swift Strike either. I don't hate the Rip and Tear or the Steam Barrier either. I also don't hate any of these potions. The membership card sets us up quite nicely for the long run, although it does diminish our purchasing power here quite significantly. $206 is not quite enough for card remove, Rip and Tear, Strength Potion, huh? But we could do card remove, Cold Snap, Strength Potion. I think I'd much rather just buy the membership card. I do like the idea of a second copy of Cold Snap, for sure. I also like the idea of a potion. Take the Membo card, and that leaves us with 43 gold, enough for... Ooh, we can buy the Rip and Tear. Interesting. A couple really good options. Let's take a think here. So if I buy a potion, we can probably rest at this fire and then fight this elite relatively safely. There might be a 3 elite line if we're a bit aggressive at this shop. Rip and Tear makes a good rebound target. But how does it compare to a strength potion for one elite fight? Oh, great question, Brobrarian. So the price of relics in the shop is based on the rarity of the relic. For common or shop relics, so the membership card, the pen nib, and the Akabeko, these all have a base price of 150. Uncommon relics have a base price of 250, and then rare relics like a gambling chip or incense burner have a base price of 300. In addition to that, there's then a 10% additional modifier for Ascension 16, shops are more costly, as well as a plus or minus 5% modifier for randomness on the price. So that's why the pen nib and the Akabeko cost a slightly different total, even though they have the same base price. There's a little bit of random variance to change the cost of them. I actually really like a second Cold Snap with the inserter here. We won't kill Knob quickly if I don't take a strength potion. This is a really tough choice. I have no idea if I'm supposed to buy a card or a potion here. I think if I buy a card, I have to go 2 events. So let's see. We can math our damage output against Knob a little bit. In 3 turns, we'll do 24, 30, 39, and maybe add 3 from Zap. So another 42-ish damage. And if we Strength Potion, that'll be another 12. We can also maybe rebound an attack. So 42 plus 12, 54. Plus maybe another 8 or so. That's not going to be a 3-turn kill on Nob no matter what. Basically. Even with the Strength Potion. There's no way we kill Nob in 3 turns. I really don't think I'd have to do 3 events, because those could make me weaker rather than stronger if we don't go for the Elite. Fighting the Elite gets us another Relic, and more importantly, another card reward, which we do want quickly. I might find a potion from this enemy. I'm going to take the Strength Potion. We'll see what happens here. Depending on what we find, we may change thing. Here, I'm taking damage again. Oh. We go Zap Dual Cast, we have a 50% chance to kill one of them, and then I can defend, or I can strike to kill whichever one didn't die. Take a maximum of 6 here. Is there any way to take 0 guaranteed? Or less than 5, less than 6 guaranteed? I don't think so. Yeah, a Fire Potion would be enough, for example. Indeed. Dang it. We have to take 6. We are almost assuredly resting at the fire here, which is fine. Hey, we do get a Fire Potion. Who had their money on Fire Potion? Okay, somewhat tempting Static Discharge here. But Reinforced Body is also very spicy. I also do like Boot Sequence a lot, with Inserter specifically. Because the Inserter does have problems on turn 1 against, like, hallway combats. So I do like one of these on a Defect with Inserter. That said, the Reinforce is going to be the much better card in the short term against Sentries, against Lagavulin, and against Nob, and probably against Hexaghost too. So as much as I like this more in the midterm, I think the Reinforced Body is better for now. The Static Discharge could also be good. It'd be better if I could get it upgraded. Let's just grab the Reinforced and rest here. Kind of hurts to rest this early, but that's okay. And then we have an event to help me make up my mind about the Elite, although with these 2 potions I'm much more inclined now to fight the Elite than I would be otherwise. There's no world where I go this way, though. That's ridiculous. That's insane. Storm, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 17 months. Been a while indeed. Ooh, it's Anger the Mushrooms, huh? This may require me to use one of my potions, but I will use it to get the odd mushroom relic. 1, that would make us better against Gremlinob. 2, we'll get another card reward, which we kind of need. 3, this is about to go very badly for me. See, we're gonna have one of those runs. So we almost have to use the Fire Potion here, yeah. In fact, it won't even save me from how disastrous this is about to be. Alright, we can go this way. So if I kill one, I'll become vulnerable. Currently, we're looking at 22 plus 6, 28 incoming damage. If I kill one, it'll go to 16 plus 9, 25. So it does save 3 to kill one on this turn. We're gonna have to, right? Hand block. So it wasn't that the health potion was worth, that the fire potion was worth 3 health, but rather that the mushroom was still going to be there the next turn. So we're saving 3 health that turn, plus an unknown the following turn, so on and so forth. There's no way we get out of that fight alive, I don't think, without using one of the potions. Beam Cell is a little bit of additional damage. I actually quite like that here. I really like that here, especially with a Strength Potion. And I'm going to avoid the Elite now. I think I have to... Well, we'll see. We'll see. Boink. I guess I maybe could have looked at the other options a little bit harder. But, I'll take the Glacier there. So, I actually... So I saw the red number under the fission, and I thought I couldn't afford the Glacier, so I was gonna do the, like, the meh thing, but I ended up just buying it, and I'm very okay with that. Because it's definitely the best option that we could afford here. Maybe a potion too, but no, I'm happy with that. Happy with that outcome. Dude, I don't want a Juzu bracelet. Give me a Zephyr key. It just guarantees events in question mark rooms. We could get an event here, but not sure if one. And a Strawberry, putting us to 28 health. I think that makes me comfortable enough to fight an Elite here. We get to rest after the Elite, and then we have a decent time. I don't think if I go Campfire, 3 combats Campfire, that I'm going to be able to beat Hexaghost when we get to the end of the act. So that might result in bad times against the Knob here, and I'm okay with that. I think we have to be a little bit... a calculated risk, call it, right? We have to be a little bit ambitious, a little bit risky here in order to survive what's to come. We have to be able to get ready for Act 2. We have to be able to get ready for Act 3 and Act 4, and maybe that puts me in a dire situation right now. I hope not. The good news is, with 28 health, we should always live until turn 4 of Gremlin Knob. Oh yeah, and sorry, Lost Champion. A little bit nervous and behind today. Did you hear about the dentist who decided to become an interrogator? He was really good at getting the tooth out of people. Hey, not Gremlin Knob. I feel good about life today. Thank goodness. With Frost Orbs and Inserter, this should be a relatively easy combat. Getting the information out of a suspect, yeah, it could be like pulling teeth, exactly. Exactly. Where's Boot Sequence when you need it, huh? Trying to figure out if we want a Strength Potion here. That'd be 24 damage, and then I'd be within 2 strike range of killing. Or 5 plus 11 is also 16. Maybe save 10 health with the Strength Pot. I think I need this for the Knob, though. I don't regret that. So we would have had 5 plus 8, 13. It wouldn't have been a kill. The real question is, do I dual cast for a full block? Or do I take 12 to keep the Frost Orb? Legavul, not a concern? Not really, not with Inserter. We can easily set up a whole bunch of Frost Orbs against that encounter. I think I'm going to keep the Frost Orb here. We take a little bit more immediate damage, but I've already planned on resting here. It's really a shame we haven't been able to afford an upgrade on any of our cards. But that's the hand we've been dealt. Yeah, we get Glacier next turn, maybe even Rebound Glacier, and if I can Rebound the Glacier, we'll have the passive block to not take any more damage this fight. Winning with 12 health sounds really good to me. Okay, we do get Rebound Glacier, perfect. Okay, now we can't take damage. And we kept the potion. Feeling good here. But this is the real strength of the inserter. In any fight that's a longer combat, we have an automatic scaling mechanism built in already. Haligonian. Promoted to Drill Sergeant. You love it. Okay, Warpaint's not bad, upgrading 2 of our skills. We're offered a bias cog, although I might need this ball lightning, realistically. I don't... No. You know, see a bias cog, take a bias cog, surely. Surely. Gain 4 focus, at the end of your turn, lose 1 focus. We have an attack potion and a strength potion for the next elite fight. This is perfect. This makes me, like, if we find Gremlinob, no problem. Feeling good. I am going to rest at the fire, because we do have one hardpool fight to get through. Although I think it's possible this deck from here beats the entire act without taking 12 damage, and I could maybe greed an upgrade. I'm not going to try. Get the dual cast upgraded, making our... I would have preferred the zap upgrade, but I'm okay with an energy upgrade here, and I definitely am happy with an upgraded defend. Cool. Okay. We're getting some long-term value set up. Both of these things, the membership card and the inserter, have a long game payoff. And as long as we can stay alive for a little bit, things are going to be okay. Really? These turn 1s, man. I think I attack potion now. Yeah. That helps. I mean, we still take 8. Damn, dude. Kill. One more, 26. Should still be enough to beat whatever the elite is next. Well, I am admittedly a little worried here. Yeah, we do get a potion back, that's good. A weak potion especially, and there it is! I mean, I'm not gonna not take Consume here. This is actually our key to beating Hexagos. Especially with the rebound. Gain 2 focus, lose an orb slot. I have lost Inserter Consume runs before. I would not call GG here whatsoever, because we can absolutely still lose one... we can lose an Act 2, big time. And we can potentially lose to the Elite we're about to fight. If it's really bad draws against Gremlinob. That said, Consume Inserter is a hell of a combo. It's unlimited focus. Which is awfully nice. Do I bias cog? I believe the answer is yes. I bias cog here. And we glacier here. Yeah, couldn't this have been last turn? And I could have played the Consume? Well, weak potion next turn, probably? And we have to play the Zap when we draw it, but we should be able to get away with Strike and Rebound and Cold Snap. We're not dead by any means, no. We're going to be made vulnerable, but don't forget we have the Odd Mushroom, and we're about to have a lot of focus with our Frost here. In fact, we're full blocking, so I could play this Strike, but I think I'm going to want the Biased in play now? Maybe I don't. We want to play it next time we draw it. Because this is going to be that long of an Ob fight. Toro, thank you so much for the 2 months and the tier 1 sub. And I get to play Strike. I'm going to play the Strike, actually. This is only 23. We did get the Cold Snap redraw. 17, take 11? This actually, I think, lets us play the Strike over the Zap now. Yeah. We didn't put the focus in play. Next turn's a similar total, 17 again. Blocking 16. I'd better take the small amount. Is 11 enough to beat Hexaghost? I don't know. I guess I should have played the Bias Cog the first time. We do get a Frozen Egg upgrading powers, and we're offered some mediocre options here. Feel like the deck doesn't have enough damage? You're right, it doesn't. It does not have enough damage. We want more Lightning Orbs or something. Front load's in general good. Actually, I think a Streamline does help with what we're currently lacking. I'd really prefer an upgraded one. But I'm okay with a Streamline here. For a little bit more damage. Since this deck is going to be redrawing cards a lot too. Works with the Beam Cell, works with the Rebound. No consideration for Scrape. Now, it draws, I guess, the Dual Cast and the Beam Cell. Frequently going to be discarding our Biased or our Consume. Speaking of, Consume is our upgrade here. I'm going to upgrade Consume before we go into the Hexaghost fight, and I'm going to rely entirely on Insert or Consume to win our combat for us. If we can get up to 35, 40 passive block generation from our orbs, which I think we can pretty easily, by turn 9 when the Inferno arrives, then we can just out-block Hexaghost, even through all the burns that are going to be added to our discard and draw pile. The Frost Orbs are going to outscale the Hexaghost. Probably going to have something like 20 burns, and the goal Dread Turkey is to get to the point where we have so much Frost and Focus that a hand of 5 burn pluses doesn't kill us. It's going to be a weird, slow Hexaghost fight, that's for sure. With no potions, yeah, this definitely might kill me. Okay, next turn it's only 1 times 6, right? I'm gonna rebound this Consume. Yeah, 1 times 6. If I don't Frost Orb now, though, I could die next turn. Okay, let's... Sure. Oh, it could have been fine. This way we get to play the Streamline, though. So we're going to save Bias Cog for a while. We might not even play it this fight. We're going to be relying on the Inserter here to generate us Orb slots. So a few more turns before Inferno arrives. Not many, though. I'd like to have 3 Frost Orbs. We're getting an extra Orb slot next turn. So let's not play the Zap. I need all of these. This is 32 block. Next turn we're being attacked for 36, so we're surviving. Note how short we are on the damage, though. 2 plus 2 plus 36, 40. 32, take 8, go to 3. Ho ho ho! We're good for a little while now, because we're not going to draw like that again. Meanwhile, Inserter just keeps on plugging away. GG. Well, that was a little bit nerve-wracking, wasn't it? What a tough Act 1 that was. That said, we come out of Act 1 with an inserter, a membership card, and a frozen egg, as well as 3 upgraded cards, an upgraded Defend, an upgraded Consume, which we got away with, and the dual cast. 77 gold, a weak potion, and an Electrodynamics Plus, or a Core Surge to go with the Bias Cog. That's a tough choice. That's a really tough choice. Take both with the high APM plays. I would love to. I really would. So here's some thoughts. For boss relics-wise, we are feeling extremely Snecko-eye right now, and the Electro would only make us more so. I would love a Snecko-eye. Pyramid would be good too. Pyramid would be maybe a little bit better with the Core Surge. That said, our biggest weakness is our lack of AoE. We have no real way to deal with multi-enemy fights other than slowly scaling up. So something like 3 cultists, or the Gremlin Leader, or the Slavers fight, all extremely dangerous. We already have a focus generating method. 1, we have Bias Cog. We can just play it without the downside, or without blocking the downside. And 2, we have Inserter Consume, which makes me lean more and more toward the Electro. The free upgrade also speaks for the Electro. I think this is going to be an Electro take. Yeah, even birds could be a bit of a problem, but Electro will solve that too. I'm taking this Electro. Please give me a Snecko-eye. Okay. Ooh. Oh ho ho. So we're offered 3 flavors of energy here. We have coffee flavor, which prevents us from resting, purple flavor, which prevents us from seeing enemy intents, or no flavor, preventing us from drinking delicious potions. I am a huge fan of the Coffee Dripper in general. I think, though, that our inserter makes us very less Coffee Dripper, because what the deck really does is take a bunch of damage on turn 1. We didn't take that boot sequence after all, and we rested, what, twice in Act 1? I have no reason to believe it's not going to be the same going forward. I'm going to say no to Sozu. This deck definitely needs potions to help with combats where we get rough draws. I like the Dome here, though, giving us additional energy at the start of our turn, but we can no longer see enemy intents. This deck blocks with Frost, which means we don't really care what the enemy is doing. Sure, we've got like a little bit of reinforced body and such, but most of our block comes from passive orb generation. I think the downside of the Dome won't be too bad here. Self-Repair Plus with the Coffee Dripper would have been glorious as well. Speaking of glorious, we have lots of money going into our first shop. We could maybe get an orange pellets and then feel hilarious about the Core Surge that we skipped. And it's definitely an elite-heavy act. I'm going to be trying to avoid them. They're challenging with the Dome and with the Inserter in general. But let's go to this store first. We get to then see how we are at the fire and either go to an elite fight or not go to an elite fight, depending. Am I nervous? Oh yeah, Flevenho, I am very nervous. Hard not to be. Like I said, I think I said this last time we were on the streak, but it's really difficult to convey just how much pressure there is on a win streak like this. If you haven't streamed this game before, it's really unlike anything. But let's go to that early shot. We get 2 easy pool Act 2 combats, which can be all sorts of fun. I know that Shelled Parasite always attacks for 21 damage on turn 1. I'm just going to go ahead and use a weak potion right now. We'll actually remove 1 more plated armor if I go Streamline Beam Cell rather than Beam Cell Streamline. A little bit less damage done that way, of course. But then on subsequent turns, it attacks for either 12 or 14. Sweet point. If it's doing the big attack, this will do 3 more. Oh, it was still weak. No, we full blocked it. Nice. And now it can't hurt me ever again. Take that, you stinky parasite. Grey Frog, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 4 months. That sure is my boy. My boy. And Leonardville, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 4 months. GLHF to you too. It says plus on it? So does Melter, actually. Hold on. Rain. It's expanding. Trap Defrag. Actually Melter. Melter does 14 damage for 1 energy, even more if we draw it with the Beam Cell, and that's going to be good for picking off low health enemies. Also a good counter to specific enemies like the baseball. We have so much focus already, adding a little bit more is not so helpful. See Through Shifu, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 5 months. Yeah, the biggest weakness of the inserter deck, rather, is the short fights. We have any and all boss fights covered. Like, we already win the Bronze Automaton fight just by virtue of getting so much focus and so many free orb slots. Our main focus then, so to speak, is to not die to the shorter fights, and the Melter will help us so much more at that than the Defragment will. Zudis, thank you so much for the very generous 9 gifted subs. Welcome on in, everybody, to the council. Alright, not elite. I was like elite number 2. Every fight is an elite fight right now. Alright, it's Chosen, and you know what Chosen doesn't do? Attack you on turn 1. Feels good. Do I dare? Boat relics would be quite something, wouldn't they? I'm trying to figure out how long this fight goes on. I think with all these damage cards coming up, I'm going to play the Biased on turn 1. The Dirty Dirk, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Rudog. Oh yeah, I feel good about my choices now. I don't want to put another Dazed into the draw pile, so I'll play Strike over Zap. And we're being attacked for a max of 12. We did get attacked for. Now we're being attacked for a max of 31. The big scary, unfortunately. Definitely not actually getting hit that hard, but we can block most of it, even if we are. Early 25. Looks like I'd better play this. Yeah, this fight. Potentially taking 6. Did not. Good. Good. Whew. I get a power potion, which I'm very pleased by. And there's the boot sequence we've been wanting. I'm probably going to take it. First boot sequence of the day. Go for the Eyes is also kind of neat with the Runic Dome, because it allows us to get some insider knowledge on whether we're being attacked or not. I'm gonna take the boot sequence. Alright, to the store. We'll go through an event room here. Click for a curse. Be a pretty easy curse to afford a removal on here, if we want to take an extra relic. Capacitor in this deck for fast scaling. Capacitor is really not the sort of thing that I'm looking for. We don't need... Well, fast scaling would be nice, but what we need is front load, really. So things I'd really, really like to put into this deck include Chill, anything that generates a lot of orbs quickly, so Chaos plus, another Electro, a Glacier, anything like that. A Tempest even would be pretty good. Cool Headeds would start to be pretty good too. Rainbow, yes, Rainbow. Definitely Rainbow. So this is essentially asking me the question, am I willing to trade one card draw in every fight for one relic? I mean, we're pretty happy removing strikes, right? Hell, even defends are reasonable. We want to get closer to the Electro and Consume draws quickly in our combats. Because we're not ever actually getting into any combats. We're immediately removing this card at the shop, the Curse. So we don't have to worry about what the actual Curse does. It's just, do we want one less strike for one more relic? I think the answer is no? Depends on the relic, of course. I would happily trade for a Data Disk. I would happily trade for a Bag of Preparation. I would be very upset by, you know, a Dreamcatcher. 266 with a membership card? Yeah, we can afford anything that's in the store. And now we're just naming relics. We could talk about every single relic and whether it would be good or not. Shoot shoo, everybody. This is a really tough call. This is one of those kind of like decisions that cumulatively makes or breaks stuff. I think if I'm trying to fight 3 elites, potentially, I'm gonna say no. Wow. That's what I have to say to this shop. Wow. There's very few things in this shop that are bad. I think just Tiny Chest, mainly. So, we've got Orb Generation in Cold Snap. We've got Orb Generation in Electrodynamics. Lightning hits all enemies. Channel 3 is pretty spicy. We've got Dolly's Mirror to duplicate a card in the deck. A lot of great suggestions coming up for what to duplicate. We could get 3 copies of Electro if we want to. We can duplicate the Consume. We can duplicate the Glacier. My personal vote is Bias Cog for the duplication. 1, we'll get 2 copies of it, and 2, because we have Frozen Egg, the duplicated Bias Cog is a Bias Cog Plus. So it's a full 5 focus card. And if we go double Electrodynamics, double Bias Cog, that's a lot of damage output. The best part of this is that we already beat Awakened 1 because we have Inserter, Consume, and Frost Orbs. And we have membership cards, so we're like relatively likely to get our hands on a Orange Pellets. Though I'll note that we don't need Orange Pellets at this point. We are already so strong. Oh, great question, Blackwater Sunset. Is Bias Cog bad for the same reason that Defrag was bad? And the answer is no, because 5 is so much bigger than 2. Is the short answer there. 5 is so much more that it does count as short-term damage. And we now have much more orb generation than the last time we saw... When we saw the defrag, we didn't have Glacier yet, right? But now we have a Glacier, and we're going to have 2 copies of Electrodynamics. And that's a much different story. Actually, wait, no, I saw the defrag after the Glacier, didn't I? No, we did have Glacier. But we had the biased already. Yeah. No. Okay. But yes, ultimately 5 is a lot more than 2. Is the real truth there. I'm gonna do this. So yes, that is a bias cog plus. Got lots of more orbs, lots of more focus. I would really like to remove a card. I'm thinking about the Lantern, though, too. Although, with a boot sequence, our turn 1s, maybe not looking so great. I think you'll find, Broken Bard, that with the Electro and the Bias now, the deck is a lot faster than it was. I think a Regen Potion is pretty good. I can go Cold Snap and remove and Potion. Oh, I'm going to do that. One short of the Regen Potion, but I think either the Blessing of the Forge or the Energy Potion is good. Oh, Energy Potion. Okay, I feel awesome coming out of that shop. Like, really awesome. And we can either get a heal or choose one of 20. Don't forget, powers are upgraded. Let's think about this for a second. So things that could be in the library include Capacitor Plus, Heat Sinks Plus. Maybe a Loop? We can get more Orb Generation, Glacier, Chill. That said, 16 health is also really nice. Going into an elite fight here. What would I upgrade? Creative AI Plus? There can be rares, yes. It's relatively unlikely, but there totally can be rares. Oh, there can also be a self-repair plus. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that one. Oh. Turbo is not bad either. I like a self-repair. Self-repair is a way to sustain ourselves that isn't... No, the Runic Dome doesn't punish too hard. Give me that. I almost want to rest going into the elite fight. We're going to do 2 elites in a row. Or we can upgrade maybe Biased. Or Beam Cell. The rest is 23 health. Which is exactly to full, actually. But exactly full. And we're gonna get attacked on turn 2. Hopefully Grim Leader is attacking me here on turn 1. I think I'll use the Power Potion, because this is not a great turn 1 draw. Get an Echo for him. That'll do. Please hit me. Okay, so we're being attacked for quite a bit from the leader here. 11 times 3. Unfortunately. Let's double the self-repair. Wait, this is not enough to kill, right? 21? You have 22 health. So I actually need to do one of these attacks. Back to the self-repair, then. Bruh. Okay, no idea if I'm being attacked this turn. Next turn we can dupe consume Electro, that's really good. I could dupe Biased and play Electro here, that would be really powerful. I don't want to kill before... I don't want to kill before we redraw the self-repair, but... this is good, in case we're being attacked. Which we were. Rude. We're not getting attacked here. We might be getting attacked on this turn. If we're being attacked, it'll be for 16 times 3. So the total we need to block for is 48 to be totally secure. We're currently blocking for 28, so I just need to block for 20 more. That's easy to do. Nice. Heal's good. Get a 20 hit point heal back all the way up to 73. We do find the boot. Somebody was calling for it. And there's the chill that I wanted. Channel 1 Frost for each enemy in combat. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, this is really starting to come together. I think we can take another combat. I'd like to get more money. We want to get about 80 gold and then go to shops, because one of the easiest ways for us to win this run right now would be to find orange pellets. So every shop that we can look at to maybe find orange pellets is a good idea. Yeah, we're emerging from the woods now. We've had such long-term investment relics, the frozen egg, the membership card, the inserter, and we've managed to now survive for long enough that they're starting to pay off. Go for a combat here. Aha! Not afraid of these nerds. Not with my double electro deck. A leech attack for 6 on this turn. Take 1. And we'll leech attack for 11 on this turn. Beautiful. Our draw? Whatever's okay. Not particularly good card draw, because we're really only using 2 orb types. Rather have a cool-headed? Rather have a cool-headed? Yeah, I think we're good here. Ooh. Actually, wait. My current... We paid for 1 removal, so this is going to save us 0 gold on the next removal. But then it'll save some money from there. It's not very good with membership card, quite frankly, but oh well. It's better than nothing, and we already took the blue keys, so... Before I dive on into these 2 elite fights, I do want to go through these slowly and carefully and thinking-wise, so I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and refill my water, and just kind of, like, calm down a little bit, because I'm quite shocked we're still alive after that Act 1. Yeah, that's right, it was a Juzu bracelet that we skipped. Okay, I think we're really good to take on potentially 2 elites here. I'm not sure about shot versus fire. I guess we'll evaluate that after the elite. Perciolo, did you hear about the librarian who became a lawyer? She really liked to do things by the book. Alright, Mr. Book of Stabs. Turn 1, you attack for 7 times 2. Could maybe rebound this Melter, but I don't think I want to. We want to get to the focus stuff. I could rebound Reinforced. That's a reasonable idea. Do that. This turn 7 times 3. A21. This turn 6. Come on, man. Focus cards, hello? Oh, rude. Should be fine once we get the focus down. Surprising that it's difficult to do. A bit of a beating here. Should be able to win on this turn. That's the hope. Times 2. What, chill, dual cast zap? Is that a kill? To do some math here. Would be 16 times 2 plus 11 times 3. That's not a kill. Right? The block rat then. One last point of damage on the way out. Not the easiest fight, but well worth the price of admission here. Get an Ancient Tea Set for more energy on turn 1, and a Capacitor Plus for more orb slots. I mean... probably, right? Yep. And as aforementioned about the orange pellets, with 100 gold, I think we'll go to the shop. Worst case scenario, yeah. I was going to say, worst case scenario, we remove a card, but I will happily take the orange pellets that we've been looking for and give ourselves the ability to remove all of our debuffs by playing a power, attack, and a skill in the same turn. Now we are very, very, very strong. Loop Plus and Core Surge, not terrible either. Not terrible either. There's no way we don't take orange pellets, though. Not a chance. Pretty doable. Use my strength pot in this fight. Although I don't have a power this turn, right? Thought of that a little bit early. Gonna hurt quite a bit, actually. These turn 1s are brutal, man. Oh, ooh, that's not enough to kill. Although... ha! Yes, it is. Perfect. If we go skill, power, attack, we'll remove the weakness debuff from ourselves. And the additional damage will be enough to kill the red slaver here. So, skill, power, attack, attack. Then we win. A Memorial will block curses for us. That could lead us to take 999 gold. I am not going to take a second capacitor. One is more than enough, quite frankly. In fact, it might already be too much. Could take a rebound or a multicast, letting me evoke my next orb X times. I think that's also not something that we want. We just want to create the orb slots and fill them. Well, I'm going to skip that, and we'll take an event here. 3 Warped Tongs, upgrade a random card in our hand every turn. Normally this costs a curse to get, but we just picked up a Omamori, so why not take them? Why not take them? Oh, and I'm quite happy with the boot sequence in this exact moment. Take 4, maybe. Yeah. Having this weird problem where, despite having so many focus cards, we don't see them until turn 4. Kind of odd. We're guaranteed to get attacked on this next turn. Hopefully we're killing here. Works too. Maybe a charged battery? Mostly we just need some more removals. I think we're perfectly okay with what we have going into Bronze Automaton. So I don't need any of these cards. They don't say plus on them. I'm not going to take them. And I think with 48 health, we're good enough that we can also upgrade here. Let's get our second biased upgraded now. This should be a much easier fight than most of the others we've had this act. Shame to waste so much energy on turn 1, though, hey? Where's ice cream when you need it? So, on this turn, Bronze Automaton attacks for 8 times 2. The orbs might be stealing our stuff. We'll leave Capacitor for later, because I want to go bias... Actually, no, I can play everything. Just don't play the Streamline here. What am I on about? We'll go for damage on the middle, since we've got Electro. Or maybe we don't. No, we do. Orbs? I swear I put Orb Generation in here. Okay, attack this time. I'm gonna hold off on this bias since I can't activate the orange pellets. Got so much focus though, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, we're good now. As before, despite the slowness, once we're set up, we're so strong, nothing can stop us. Hence the zappening. Here. Get an ancient potion, a little bit adorable, but potentially useful. A buffer plus and a seek. Ooh, that's tempting. Tempting! Excuse me, not tempting. Tempting to take the Seek here. Although Buffer Plus is really good. The problem we've mostly been encountering, like we said, once we're set up, we're so strong. The problem we've mostly been encountering is that we've been not drawing the focus generation or the orb generation quickly enough. We often get one of the two, but getting both up is pretty hard. The Seek will make it much, much easier to get both of them in play. And I think I like the Seek for that reason. Although this is a tempting buffer. Downside of ever taking Seek is mostly that we wouldn't be able to take something else that's potentially better. The buffer giving us potentially 2-3 turns, although I gotta say buffer with Runic Dome is a lot less effective, since we can't really preserve it as effectively. Take the Seek here. Crown Key or Choker again? 3 energy picks. We've only been offered energy relics this run, and nothing else. I am okay with more energy, and I'm totally okay if that energy comes in the form of the Cursed Key, given that we have Omamori guaranteeing we can open the chest, and we have the blue key already, so even if we take a different kind of curse, we can skip the chest. Although... this is also an incredibly good Velvet Choker. Interesting. This choker might be better than the Cursed Key, as there's rarely any instance where we're trying to play more than 6 cards in a turn. Hell, most of the time we can't even draw 6 cards. There's a few ways it could become bad, like with Dead Branch, if we find it. For the most part, this seems like a completely fine choker. What if we get Mummy Hand Heatsinks, though? Indeed, what if? And I think since this is mostly a free Cursed Key, I'm just going to take the Cursed Key, and we'll say maybe the choker was a little bit better. But I'm really happy with Cursed Key, overall. I'm really happy going to an early shop. Looks like we only get to go to 1. We have to go to the Burning Elites, which I'm fine with. I really like this path. Upgrade Seek for sure. Take our Curse. We get 999 gold. It'll be offered here or here. Do 2 events. Might as well have a chance at it. And I would take 999 gold and skip the chest. That seemed completely reasonable. We'll start here. Yeah, so like now I can seek for Bias Cog Chill. Power, skill, back. If is good. Power, skill, attack. Behold the Frost Orbs. They are strong. We should have waited for self-repair. There it is. I don't think this deck has enough Frost Orb generation, and we need more attacks for the orange pellets anyway. I'll take one more Cold Snap here. Hey, both almost left at the start of Act 2 when things were most desperate, and come back to things being better than they've ever been. Inserter Barrage also pretty good for damage dealing there, I gotta say. And yes, it is possible, Set Let's to set up our inserter for the next combat. The kind of confusing thing, though, is that we don't always want it to be set up. An extra orb slot means that when we channel orbs, you know, we're going to evoke one less orb every time we channel, essentially. And so in shorter combats where you want your evocation bonuses immediately for a little bit more block or for a bit more damage, the additional orb slot is a bad thing, not a good thing. For elites and bosses, I want the inserter on 1, but for regular combats, not so much. I think I'll take the flex spot over this ancient pot, since we have, you know, orange pellets. For example, here we get a bit more immediate AoE thanks to not having an orb slot. No idea if they're attacking me. Doesn't much matter. Order or something. This is a really good overclock. Not a card I usually think is very good, but overclock gives you additional immediate card draw in exchange for making the second cycle through the deck a lot worse. This deck is all about, you know, just put all this ridiculous nonsense in play and then we win. And the overclock makes it easier to put all the ridiculous nonsense in play. Sure, we have a burn, but we also have 10 Frost Orbs that block for 15, so what does it matter? I'm taking this overclock. We're even going to upgrade it for one more card draw. Mind Bloom? Oh, duplicate a card in the deck. I wish we'd upgraded Seek before this, because Seek is definitely the best upgrade. Well, best upgrade. Maybe not the best duplication. We could get a third bias cog, too, with the orange pellets, right? Pretty hilarious. I think we'd rather just dupe Seek, though. We just want to make... like, we have the big enough numbers, right? We can scale up to beat Heart and what have you. Actually, can we beat Heart? That's a really good question. Does this beat the Heart? Have like 20 focus and a bunch of orb slots? Probably. Yeah, probably. You can't curse me. Ha! Dang it. That cost me a relic. No! Stupid jerk. Stupid jerk. Alright, now you can't hurt me. Yeah, the faster we get up into this position, though, the better we're gonna have. Performance-wise. Another insane store here. There's a buffet plus. We can afford card removal. We can afford gold-plated cables, causing our rightmost orb to activate one more time. We can afford wing boots, allowing us to teleport around for several additional elite. Whoa, hold on. One, two, three wing boots charge. We can get 3 elites out of wing boots. Interesting. Our first boss is Time Eater. That's not going to be a problem. Appa with Seek any good? It's okay. We have Warped Tongues and all upgraded powers already, and I'm going to be upgrading these Seeks at the campfires. So the Appa is mostly upgrading like our strikes and our block cards, which is fine, but I think not important. Spoon can get our Seeks back. And our Chill and our Boot Sequence, right? That's pretty powerful. And we can do Strange Spoon plus card remove, which is quite nice. You really like that. It'll help our late game a bit more. And we can rebound it! That's right, we can rebound the Seek. Brilliant. Cables is in consideration. If we had 5 more gold, it would be in more consideration, because then I could remove a card too. wouldn't necessarily say that we need Seeks. I'm less excited by the Wing Boots because we are getting 2 question marks. We have yet to see either double Orbwalkers or Mind Bloom, and those events are actually better than Elite fights. So even though I like the guaranteed 3 Elites, this is not bad at all. Go with the spoon card remove play. Do I want a capacity potion for the act? For the endgame? We're already also fighting 2 elites. Okay, Giant Head will most assuredly be the easiest thing we could possibly encounter here. Didn't want to get rid of all the frost. Checking for 40 here. We're good. This is 28 plus 15, that's enough. Happy that we have Seek back in the deck, though. Might actually take a hit here. A little bit. Take 11. Oh god. Did that to myself. Here we go. Lower it down for a hot second here. We're powerful, but not invincible. Centennial Puzzle's excellent because it's more card draw. I don't think I need Aggregate because we have so much card draw or energy already. Could take a Recursion or a Sweeping Beam. Recursion's okay. And yeah, such justice, it's the orange pellets that are causing the bias cognitions to not drop our focus. Yes, Brain Fist, this is still run number 9. Working towards PB. Some exciting streaks going on in the Spire today. I do. Upgrade the other Seek. I'm going to recall. I'm not going to open this chest because I do not want to get stuck with a normality for a common relic. We already have our blue key. Get the red key. And let's get the green key. It's a Nemesis. Not going to get rid of all my Frost Orbs this time. Okay, this could be up to 45 damage on this turn. If so, yikes. Not a lot I can do about it. Hit me with a multi-attack. That works too. Attack. Power. Power. Skill. Definitely a bit of luck involved. Now we are pretty much invincible. That's with both Seeks on the bottom of the deck, too, this fight. And it still went well. Good sign. Tavqua, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 13 months. You're having a good one today. Okay, Hourglass will do 3 damage to all enemies every turn. It's not a lot, but it is a little bit. And it does help. I mostly think this deck doesn't need to deal with additional cards right now. Although this Barrage could be a nice last-minute addition for the Heart Fight. Just to, like, really make sure that we get there. Actually, I really like that idea. We saw an upgraded one earlier. I should have taken it. But I will take this one now. Don't make me regret it. Let me just double check. Seek Biased. Biased will have 10 focus, so it'll be... every time. Or I can go Biased Electro Electro. Which is... more. Got him! Hologram, so good! Take a card from the discard pile, including something that got kept with the Strange Spoon. Get back a Seek, for example. It's very, very good. And it can be recurred itself by the Strange Spoon, even though it's not upgraded. Hey, Regiardo. Did what I had to do. Thought it was the best play to take the dome with this deck, and it's worked out pretty well for us, admittedly. Ooh, Speed Potion. Just gonna go ahead and take one more Glacier. That sounds... good. Speed Pot, Flex Pot, Focus Pot. I don't think we've rested since taking the Self-Repair. For Jig. Already have 2 really good potions, though. Does it ever lose the Focus Potion to keep Speed Pot, Flex Pot? Yeah, in hindsight, yes, we could have taken the Coffee Dripper over the Runic Dome. Dome has been okay, though. What is the Flex Pot really doing? Flex Pot is enhancing the Cold Snaps and the Barrage, either in such a way to give us additional damage against Heart, or more likely to let me kill Spire's Shield and Spire's Spear 1 turn quicker. Therefore avoiding like 40 damage on turn 2 or turn 3. Assuming we don't just dunk that fight instantly. I don't think I want the Speed Potion, actually. I just don't have that many blocked cards. I don't want the Red Mask. Alright, on to Time Eater. Gonna go ahead and upgrade our Overclock to make our first draw-through happen faster here. We have all 3 keys. Time Eater should be a pretty easy fight. This is an E to E style combat after all. Although we might take a little bit of damage on turn 1 here. Uh-oh. Okay, nice. Very good. Okay. Up to 8 cards this turn. We want to get all the Frost deployed right now and remove our debuffs, which will also purge the vulnerable. This could be a really good turn. Ideally, let's deploy both Biased. So we'll go Glacier, Biased, Biased, Chill Barrage. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't even take all that cards. We don't even have to use the other Seek. It's 5 energy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And if we want to really min-max, we go Chill, Barrage, Glacier, so that we don't get Frail for the Glacier. Like the Barrage is going to matter much, right? Leaves the time meter at 10, but like... We're good. See that we're good here? We're good here. And now we wait for Mercury Hourglass to kill. It'd only take about 40 minutes. No, we're not gonna do that. No, we don't need to be that rude. Zabzu. Not even getting attacked on this turn. Almost a kill with the Electro there? Not quite, though. I guess you could say, Mumble and Tumble, that their time has come. GG. Alright, next up is Donu and Deka. Not as threatening. No, not too threatening here. Although we are going to take some damage on turn 1. Do I try to rebound the boot sequence? Try to rebound boot sequence here. Oh. No success. So Deka does 12 times 2 on turn 1. We're going to take 10 damage here and draw a bunch of cards, which is completely within the range of the self-repair. Completely fine with that. Perfect. Now Donu's attacking for 15 times 2. We have to block for that much. Currently blocking 15. We'll hologram the Glacier, I guess. Like 1. Fight against Time Eater can be really time-consuming. Yes. Yes, yes. Hey, event alert! No spoilers! No spoilers. Foolish, foolish. What are we attacking for now? 18 times 2? 21 times 2. Not a big deal. Oh, is it boosting time? It's boosting time. Hello, Twitch. So if you contribute channel points to the challenge that just started, Twitch will automatically promote this stream more. Through, like, recommendations. Pretty cool. And there we go! What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Surges on 1. GG, Donu and Deka, we have full health and 142 gold with the membership card going into Act 4 here. 2 thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Do you hear that? It's the Gremlin Knob from Act 1, and he's back! Uh-oh, run! Run to Act 4, where it's safe. And we never have to think about him again. That knob almost got us, huh? We went down to 11 health? Thank you, Gremlin Knob. Okay, as for upgrades, what is important here? We're at full health, so the only thing to do is upgrade. We can upgrade our hologram, which gives it a guarantee to come back. Currently it has a 50% chance of returning with the Strange Spoon. I think the Barrage upgrade for 2 more damage per orb is pretty good. I think we could get Streamline upgraded for +5. Don't forget we have Warped Tongues, too. But also think about just upgrading a block card like the Reinforced or one of these Glaciers for a bit more immediate block. That's right, we have the Boot, right? Although we also have the Orange Pellets and the Flex Potion. Upgrade the Barrage. I think that could matter a lot against Spire Spear and Spire Shield. Ooh, speaking of things that'll matter against Spire Spear and Spire Shield, how about a bag of preparation for more cards drawn on turn 1? That looks pretty good. Some pretty good potions on sale here, too. Liquid Memories to return an attack on a turn that we can't activate the Orange Pellets. Liquid Memories to get back a Seek that got saved by the Spoon. Liquid Memories to have a good time. I also really just like Bag of Prep plus remove a strike card here. Makes me feel like I'm a good Defect. Could take the Master Strategy instead of the Bag of Prep, and maybe that's even better with the Strange Spoon. Although the thing I don't like about the Master Strategy here is that it is enough expensive that I can do Bag of Prep and card remove, which I can't do Master Strategy and card remove. I think I want to do Bag of Prep and card remove. Big time, which leaves us with enough money for nothing, so we're done. We are done here. Just having more cards, we just want to find either copy of Seek on turn 1, and this makes it so much more likely in a 32-card deck. I could do the exact odds, but I'm lazy. How's it going, Overclock? I'm really happy to see you here on this otherwise relatively underwhelming turn. Let's talk intense here, because this Spire Spear and Spire Shield fight, it's a fairly predictable combat that I think a lot of players get wrong. On turn 1 and turn 2, the Spire Spear has a guaranteed turn pattern. It'll do 6 times 2 damage on the first turn and add 2 burns on top of your draw pile, so that you draw them again, and then we'll follow that up with a 10 times 4 attack on turn 2. Meanwhile, the Spire Shield is a 50-50. It has 2 attacks that it does on the first 2 turns, and those are in a random order. There's a 14 damage attack that will remove a point of strength or a point of focus from us, and it also has a move that blocks 30 to each of the enemies on the field here. And it's, again, a 50-50 whether it's doing that on turn 1 or on turn 2. If it's doing the attack on turn 1, then we're looking at 32 points of damage incoming, and 65 next turn. And if it's not attacking on this turn... sorry, 32 on turn 1 and then 40 next turn. Whereas it'll be 65 next turn if it's attacking next turn. There we go, words. And we did, in fact, find a Seek on turn 1. Thanks to the Mega Prep, which means we get to do the full setup here. We'd love to see it. Let's go double biased Electro here. That's the only reasonable move. We want some Frost Orbs for next turn. Oh, I didn't think about hologramming Seek. Seeking hologram so that I could holo Seek. We still have hologram on Seek though, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. No guarantee that I can turn back around next turn, so let's not face away from the Spire Spear. Although, let's do 9 damage to the Spire Shield, at least. I'm gonna spread it out a bit here. Okay, so we do have a lot of damage coming our way on this turn. We do get Hologram, you'll love to see it, and we got Melter, which means we can actually kill the Spire Shield this turn, I'm pretty sure. Beautiful. We already used Chill and it got exhausted. Got 10 times 4 to deal with. I gotta make sure I just block for that much. Well, that much minus 10, actually. Hologram Seek Glacier Glacier. That doesn't really help me, though. So this will do 14. Minus 26. 9. So Electro will kill. What can I do for 1 energy? Cold Snap would be enough. And there's a Cold Snap in the draw file, okay. I'll help too. Hey Flintlock, appreciate the tiny little raid. And I appreciate the good luck wishes on towards my PB. Really do. Okay, on this turn, Spire Spear either buffs or does the ×2 attack again. So perfectly set up the inserter to 1. My current PB back street Skeeter is 8, so you're actually looking at it. I think the 9th run died to heart? Question mark? If I win this run, it'll be a PB. Oh, and we get an ink bottle too. Nice. Whenever we play 10 cards, draw a card. Gonna help a lot in the heart fight. So might a creative AI for more powers. Start your turn, add a random power card to your hand. And yeah, the record for this kind of streaking is, to my knowledge, 11. I'll take a creative AI. That's very helpful against just heart, I think. Okay. Got rebound on turn 1. I'm probably going to try to rebound the Seek. We do have a limit on our energy here. Maybe just rebound Glacier, actually. Yeah, rebounding Glacier sounds way better. I'm going to activate the orange pellets on this turn, so we might as well drink the Flex Potion too. Cool. Could seek the Creative AI and put that in play. I don't think I want to. Boss swap, only a 20 PB, 8 runs, Tafqua. I believe. We leave the other Seek in the draw pile because I don't have the energy. We're gonna go Biased, Biased, Rebound Glacier. I'm allowed to Chill, though, or Ascender's Bane. I think Chill will be better. That wrong. Centennial Puzzle is going to be a little awkward here. Do it this way. Okay, that's quite fine. So now I don't care what the heart is doing, because I've got it covered. Do that yet. 87 blocks either hit. Easy peasy. Whatever. Good dual cast here. Guess I will. Good boy damage. Said this is far from over. Like this. Seek these 2 cards. Don't draw them. Nice! Even more... I got upgraded by the Warp Tongs! You'll love to see it. Oh, that's so good. Get destroyed on, Heart. So max damage is 6 times 15. We have that covered with 4 Frost Orbs. We need the Lightning Orbs to start doing damage. That's why I didn't play this Glacier. If we get all Frost Orbs, we're going to slowly lose the fight as the heart gains strength. But if we put out some damage, it's going to be much more in our favor here. Again! You love to see it. So good. $25 focus. That's an achievement. Oh, hey. Seems nice. I'll take some damage here. Make sure we're doing damage to Heart. Creative AI Warp Tongue's combo is way better than I thought it would be. Alright, that's fine. See you later, nerd! GG, everybody. GG. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.